Hello everybody. Do you know that there is a scholarship in European Union that offers you 50,000 euros for 2 years to study your masters in 3 to 4 different European countries? That's Erasmus Mundus. But if I ask you to explain me what is Erasmus Mundus, not just say the name but actually explain how it works, could you do it? Most of the students in their undergraduate years, for example, in second or third year, even students who are in the masters and planning to do their second masters in Europe, they won't be able to explain it. But that's not their fault because almost every explanation of this program out there is either too vague to be useful, which is buried in European Commission language. So in this video, I'm going to give you the clean and complete explanation. What Erasmus Mundus actually is, how the program structure works, what the scholarship covers and how much money we are actually talking about, who can apply, and how to find the right program for your specific background. And by the end of this video, you will understand this program better than most students who have already applied for it. So let's go. Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree is a scholarship program funded by the European Commission. And the first thing to understand is that Erasmus Mundus is not a single scholarship with one application. It is a framework, a quality label, which is applied to a specific master programs that have been designed, approved, and funded by the European Commission. So in Erasmus Mundus, there are more than 150 plus active programs in different fields like biology, AI, data science, law, chemistry, physics. And each program is run by a consortium, which is a partnership of universities across at least 3 different European countries. And when you apply to an Erasmus Mundus program, you are applying to that specific consortium, not to Erasmus Mundus in general. So this is a distinction that might confuse a lot of applicants. So when someone says I applied for Erasmus Mundus, what they mean is I applied for a specific Erasmus Mundus joint masters program in my field run by a specific group of European universities. This distinction matters because it changes how you search, how you apply, and how you write your application. You are applying to an academic program that happens to come with extraordinary funding. Now, the joint degree structure. This is the part that makes Erasmus Mundus genuinely unique and the part most people don't fully understand until they are already in the program. It is a master degree that spans 2, sometimes 3 universities in different European countries. So you physically move, you study in one country in your first year and a different country in your second year. Sometimes there is a third mobility leg for your thesis or internship. At the end of the program, you receive either a joint degree or a single diploma issued jointly by the participating universities. So this mobility structure is not at all optional. It is the entire point of the program. The European Commission funds it specifically because it produces graduates with cross-border academic experience and exposure to multiple research environments and academic cultures. All right, so now what this means practically. Before you apply to any Erasmus Mundus program, you need to understand and genuinely want the mobility structure of that specific program you are applying for, because you are going to live that structure. And I'm mentioning this specifically because there are a lot of people who get rejected because of this specific reason. And I've covered this in my separate video on rejection reasons, which I have put in the description. Here is a practical and important note. Each program has a fixed mobility pathway. Some let you choose your track and some gives you a flexible pathway that you can adjust as the program progresses. So Always read the program guide, not just the website summary before applying. Now, let's talk about the scholarship. This is what makes the program extraordinary and why I say it is genuinely one of the most generous scholarship programs available to international students anywhere in the world. Let me go through each one. First, your tuition fees. The scholarship covers your tuition fees entirely across all partner universities for the fun duration of the program. You do not pay to study. This alone, across 2 years at European universities, can be worth tens of thousands of euros. Approximately 1000 to 1200 euros a month, that is your living allowance, which is paid directly to the student throughout the program. This is not some sort of loan, it is actually real money deposited monthly to cover your living cost while you are studying. Over a 2-year program, that is approximately 24,000 euros to 30,000 euros in living support. Third, your travel cost. The scholarship covers your travel to and between your partner universities as part of your program mobility. One lump sum travel contribution at the start of the program, calculated based on your country of origin. Fourth, the installation allowance. This is a one-time payment to help you establish yourself when you arrive, covering things like rental deposit, initial household setup, and administrative cost of arriving in a new country. So this is a rough guess that approximately 48 to 50,000 euros, that is approximately the total scholarship value across 2-year program for a non-European Union student. To put this in context, for a student from outside the European Union, the total combined value of full Erasmus Mundus scholarship across 2 years is typically in the range of 48,000 euros or more, depending on the specific program and your country of origin. That is not a partial award, that is a complete, comprehensive funding package. So now, who can apply? And I want to be clear and specific here because this is where a lot of confusion exists. The basic academic requirement is that you hold or will hold by the time of program starts a completed bachelor's degree, specifically a degree that is formally recognized as equivalent to at least 3 years of full-time higher education. The exact equivalency requirements vary slightly by the program, so always check the specific program guide. Now on nationality. Erasmus Mundus is explicitly designed to be an international scholarship. So students from any country in the world can apply for this scholarship. There is no nationality restriction on the scholarship itself. However, and this is important, many programs distinguish between program country students, meaning students from European Union, and certain associated countries. And the second category is partner country students, meaning everyone else. The scholarship amounts and terms can differ slightly between these categories, and some programs have quotas for each. So now, what does not disqualify you from applying? Number one, a low CGPA, not a fantastic university, or coming from a country with limited academic infrastructure, or not having publications, or not having a prior master's degree. None of these are automatic disqualifiers. So what does disqualify you? Number one, not having a completed bachelor's degree or applying to a program in a field where you have no academic background, or in some cases, if you have lived or studied in a program country for more than 12 months in the past 5 years. Always read the specific eligibility restrictions in the program guide. So here is the one common misconception that Erasmus Mundus is open for specific countries. It is truly open to students from all over the world, and this is my honest summary on eligibility. If you have a bachelor's degree in relevant field and you can make a strong motivation letter and convince the selection committee why this specific program is a right environment for your academic development, you are eligible to apply. The rest is about application quality, not just the background. Now let's talk a little bit about the Erasmus Mundus catalog, where they offer all the programs and what kind of programs they offer. So this is the official database of all the active Erasmus Mundus programs, and it is your first stop for finding the right one. You can easily find this catalog on Google search if you write Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Catalog, but I will also link it directly in the description. All right, so now you are browsing the catalog, you are checking out all the Erasmus Mundus programs. Here is what to look for. First of all, your field alignment. Is your undergraduate background directly relevant to the program's focus? Is that a realistic and genuinely attractive option for you? So here is my recommendation. Identify your field, search the catalog, search all the Erasmus Mundus programs, shortlist 8 to 5 programs where your background is a strong direct fit. Download the full program guide for each, not just the website summary, but the full PDF guide. 5 to 8 programs, that sounds like a lot of work, and it is. But a strong application that is adapted from a core template, it takes far less time than starting from a scratch for each one of them. And the difference between applying to one program and applying to 3 programs is the difference between hoping you get lucky and actually building realistic odds and bringing you closer to that fully funded scholarship program in Europe. So now the question comes, is Erasmus Mundus right for you? And you are genuinely excited about living in and moving between European countries. The mobility is real, so you will relocate after every 6 to 8 months. Second, you are at a stage of your academic career where a research-intensive master's makes more sense. These are not taught programs where you sit in lectures and complete assignments. Some of them are, but they are designed to produce researchers and professionals with deep, specific expertise. Third, you have the patience for highly competitive application process with no guarantee of success. That means multiple strong applications, not one perfect one. Now, who Erasmus Mundus is perfect for? Students from any country who want a fully funded, internationally mobile, research-oriented masters in Europe. With a specific academic interest, they can clearly articulate and connect to the program's research environment. If that description fits you, this program is genuinely worth the effort. The funding is real, the academic quality is high, the international experience is valuable, and the alumni network across European research institutions is something money can't buy. So what's your next concrete step? This week, open the Erasmus Mundus programs catalog. I will link that in the description. Search for your field, find 3 to 4 programs where your undergraduate background is a direct fit. Right now, if you already understand what Erasmus Mundus is, and now you want to understand why applications get rejected and what you can do differently, I have made a separate video about the rejections of scholarships and I have put the link in the description. Please check it out. It is based on my own application experience, including the time I received only a partial award in Erasmus Mundus, and it goes through 7 specific reasons why strong candidates don't get the full scholarship. So please subscribe my channel for more content exactly like this, practical, specific, based on real experience. Drop a comment and tell me which Erasmus Mundus program you are considering or which field you are in. I will read every comment and I'll try to point you in the right direction.